Dear learners, can you see the three pictures? Before starting the class, I would like to share these three pictures with you. Then we will guess which text or which lesson will be conducted today from your HSC text English for today. You can guess what is injecting to an orange, what is injecting to some vegetables or to a lettuce, what is injecting to some green tomatoes for making it red or to make it dry. You can guess what about all things. These all are food items, and we know that every day we are taking food. It goes without saying that getting pure foods is one of our basic requirements of existence. And our consumption, it is the most sensitive aspect of the body, and consuming balanced portions of different foods is a must for healthy life. So what about your guessing power? What is the text of today? This is food adulteration from Unit 3, and the lesson's name is Food Adulteration Reaches New Height. This is Hasina Mumtaz, Assistant Professor of English, Government Haji Mohammed Mohsin College, Chittagong. Now see what are the learning outcomes of the text. After studying the lesson, you will be able to know what is food adulteration. You will be able to describe various names of pesticides that are used as preservatives. You will be able to learn who use chemical pesticides on food or fruits or various food items. You will be able to explain the cause and effects of food adulteration. Now see what is food adulteration. You see, food adulteration is the act of intentionally debasing the quality of food offered for sale either by the admixture or substitution of inferior substances or by the removal of some valuable ingredients. Food is adulterated if it omits the valuable constituent or substitutes another substances in whole or in part for a valuable constituent. For an example, we can say there's olive oil diluted with tea tree oil. It conceals damage or impurity in any manner, such as fresh fruit with food coloring on its surface to conceal defects. Then we see how many preservatives are there. We find that there are 6 preservatives: insecticides, herbicides, rodenticides, bactericides, fungicides, larvicides, and the term "cide" comes from the Latin word to kill. There are some pesticides more than these 6. Later on we'll find there are some banned pesticides also are used as preservatives. Natural biological pesticides control pests using things found in nature or man-made versions of things found in nature. Then we see what is a preservative. A preservative is a substance or a chemical that is added to products such as food products, beverages, pharmaceutical drugs, paints, biological samples, cosmetics, etc. Then you can find some chemical food preservatives. There are some chemical food preservatives: sodium benzoate, some sodium nitrate, some sulfur dioxide, sodium sorbate, potassium sorbate. They are names: benzoates, nitrates, sulfides, sorbates. There are so many things. Now, dear learners, come to our main text. What the text is given us about the pesticides and adulteration. This is a report of a 15-member team in an area of Dhaka, the capital. The areas are Gulshan, Kauran Bazar, and Mohakali markets. They found that unsafe levels of pesticides are present in around half of the vegetables and more than a quarter of fruits. People are enjoying the all foods, and they found that around 50% vegetables and 35% fruits found to be contaminated with unsafe level of pesticides. Nearly 40% of 82 samples of milk, milk products, fish, fruits and vegetables contain banned pesticides. As I told you earlier, DDT, Alvin, Coleraine and hepatachlor. And the amounts of pesticide in these samples were found to be 3 to 20 times greater. Dear learners, you see, these amounts of pesticides in these samples found to be 3 to 20 times greater than the limits. So there is a video you can enjoy how the people are enjoying street food and the businessmen are adding all adulterants or pesticides.
Are you aware that you are dying a slow death? Do you even care if you are told that what you buy and eat daily is slowly poisoning your body and you are also paying for it? And the use of harmful pesticides and adulterants in all the food that we consume. Adulteration is behind the scenes killer, and we are allowing it to happen right under our very noses. Are we okay in feeding our children with milk that is mixed with synthetic milk
We are
that
not aware
contains
exactly.
urea, caustic soda and vegetable oil?
Oh my God.
Would you like to buy some ice cream that
So
contains
tantalizing,
washing
look
powder?
pretty. They are using washing powder. See. The food colors.
Consume some spices that contain arsenic compound.
So you can see how the people are using 3 to 20 times greater than the limits, and they are doing harm to our body. So consuming a balanced portion of different foods that is must for our health, but food adulteration forces our lives to fall in risk. So this food adulteration exactly every time do harm to our body. As much as eating good foods keeps us healthy, we know, taking even a small amount of harmful substances for a shorter or longer period may result in severe illness like death. You have to remember it. Now see, using a sensitive high performance liquid chromatography, that is HPLC, dear learners, just remember all abbreviation. You will be given the acronym and you have to write down the abbreviation. There are some abbreviative words. This HPLC method developed by the Food Safety Lab, 66 samples were analyzed for the presence of formaldehyde, and adulteration was thereby detected in samples of coriander, mango and fresh shrimps. And there is the main text we can go to the text directly. We see when the harmful substances are mixed with our foods and then we get required to eat, we fall in the trap of the vicious circle of food adulteration. And here we can see the warm-up activity. We have done it. We have known food adulteration. We have heard the word formalin along with DDT, Coleraine, hepatachlor, and this formalin is used most in all types of foods nowadays. And who do you think use chemical? Yes, all people, those who have bad intentions and bitter minds, they are using these all chemical banned items in foods. So come to the next paragraph of our text. The text indicated that poultry feed in the country had also been contaminated, as samples of chicken and fish contained traces of antibiotics. High microbial populations were found in several samples of pasteurized milk, indicating poor processing procedures by the manufacturers. Samples of cucumbers and street foods also showed, as I have shown you in the video. What they have showed, high microbial populations. And then you see the Director Institute of Public Health, IPH, Institute of Public Health, told the Dhaka Tribune that the survey report has been submitted to the Health Ministry. Then you see former Director General of the Health Services and Senior Sum National Advisor of the Food and Agriculture Organization said they got the findings, and the findings were very much shocking for the whole nation. You can see how they added the information, and they have seen or they saw that adulterated food products are reportedly the cause behind thousands of people suffering from fatal diseases like cancer, kidney failure, and heart problems. Health specialists told the Dhaka Tribune also that the Ministry of Food had enacted a Food Safety Act. Whatever you have seen or gone through the whole text, there are some more words difficult for you. We'll understand and know the meaning in later on our slides. So this whole text has given us a complete report of food adulteration, what exactly is going to Dhaka, Mohakhali, Gulshan or Kauran Bazaar markets, or as well as to the whole nation. Now it is the time for evaluation. This picture we have in our text, how the food is contaminated or adulterated. Raw materials, ingredients, food handlers or the man, he is using his dirty hands, packaging materials, animals and birds, insects, rodents, they are eating because unopened foods are using various times in the street. They are unopened without covering. Garbage and sewage beside the streets, and you see the soil, yard, dust, water, so many things. You can find the picture here. There is a green apple, or there are some green apple, but whenever you will cut, you see that the apple is not green at all. They are using pesticides for making it green or fresh in its outward picture. Now come to see from the questions of our total text. Before going to the questions, we can share some multiple choice questions here. We can review our memory or knowledge. This is from your text. You see what percentages of the milk samples contain pesticide in your text. What percentages? 40%. In how many samples? 82 samples you will find in the text. How did the scientists realize that the water supply was contaminated? The text has given us because of microbial presence. Then you see why were microbial populations present in pasteurized milk? The text has given us that because of poor processing of the milk. The amounts of pesticide in local food samples are how many times greater? Yes, we found 3 times greater. 10 to 20 times. Yes, the answer is 3. How many ministries? 14 ministries. That's the way you can make another questions and you can get the answer. As much as you will make some short questions, brief questions for graving the whole text, you will get better understanding of your text. Now the questions will give you another hints for graving the whole text. You see, what is the goal of the survey? The goal of the survey was to assess the levels of adulteration. How many members in the team? There were 15 members. Which government organization launched the survey? National Food Survey Laboratory. What did FAO do? FAO supported, or Food and Agriculture Organization supported. Where was the survey launched? The survey was launched in the capital's 3 areas. Which poisonous products were found? DDT, Algreen, Colgreen, and Hepatochlor. According to the survey, how much amount of poisonous products we see? 50% vegetables and 35%, and they found that 3 to 20 times higher than the limit set by the European Union. Which fatal diseases? These fatal diseases are cancer, kidney failure, and heart problems. Who should be pointed out? I told you earlier that 4 steps there: farmers, transport, wholesale and retail trader, they should be pointed out. That's the way, my dear learners, you can make another 5 questions, then you will make the answer. Then you find that how the text is really good for you for better understanding. Dear learners, now we will enjoy the difficult words and meanings with antonym and synonym from our text. What are the words are given? You see, pesticides, that is a chemical substance used to kill harmful insects, small animals, wild plants, and other unwanted organisms. The synonym is insecticides. There is no antonym. Adulteration, the action of making something poorer in quality by the addition of another substance. Its synonym is contamination. The antonym is purification. Pasteurized, that is clarified and cleaned. And the synonym is unalloyed. Antonym is impure. Enacted, to establish by legal and authoritative act. The synonym is constitute and antonym is revoke. Coordinated, able to use more than one set of anything to a single end. Synonym is coherent and disordered. That's the way you can get another 5 words or more than 5 words to make its meaning and synonym antonym, because you know you have the short or brief questions for your multiple choices. So please, as much as possible, go through all words for grabbing the whole text easily and for your better and good understanding. Now it's time for homework. You can make a discussion with your friend by writing a letter with the observation that what the former Director General of Health Services have or they have found. Is it enough to keep an eye on end products? You can make a list of things that you can do to monitor and supervise the production process. Or you can write a letter to the editor of a national daily pointing out the problems of food adulteration in your locality. Or you can write a response to the news item published in Dhaka Tribune. That is what the survey report added, or giving us the all information. You can write a response against all these reports. And is the time for our reflection and feedback. What went well? I don't know. The whole text you have understood or you have all gone through well. What didn't go well? Do you have any question? Maybe if you have any question, dear learners, you can send me. I'm here always for you 24/7. This is my email address hmomta69@gmail.com. Have you enjoyed the session? I don't know whether you have enjoyed or not, but I have tried my best to give you some suggestions, some difficult words meaning, and some, what can I say, question answers or some multiple choices so that you can get some good answers and you can grab the text. Now it is the time for my leaving the session. Thank you very much for giving me your passionate hearts and hearing. Inshallah, we will meet very soon. Till then, stay well, stay healthy, and stay safe. Pray for me, and I'm always praying for all of you. So thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.